Have you ever thought about figuring out a way of taking advantage of the African diaspora in North America, for example? Tapping into your Ghanaian, your Ugandan, and what have you?
Yeah, the diaspora has helped me a lot in some ways, and they are part of this story. I'm the past president of International Community of Banyakigezi, which is basically a collective of people from our part of the world in the diaspora. And then I'm also a member of Uganda North American Association, which is the same thing but on a greater scale. I come for the conventions. It's a great way to network. It's a great way to meet people who you probably wouldn't meet when you're home. Like you can access members of people come here, investors come here, and all sorts of people who can help you when you're on the ground. Then I also always bring my items to vend. I have a table, a Grace Villa table, and people come to that table not only to buy things, but to give me some good ideas, to connect me to people, because I can't think of of everything, and many people come in with great ideas. So that's one way that I am using the diaspora to help me. But also, you managed to access Amazon, which is great. I'm still trying to find a way of putting our things online here in the States, things from Uganda. But before I can, I have my products here, so people in the diaspora help me to ship them out to people who make place orders in Canada and the USA and the UK. So I think I recently went for a diaspora event at the UN in New York, and people were discussing this, like the synergy between people here and the people at home, how to bring best practices, exchange best practices, how to benefit from each other. So I think there is definitely a movement going on where Africans in the diaspora are really, really thinking about home and thinking about not just moving home, but finding ways from where they are, using their networks to help people back home.
What is it that you would say to the audience that makes it really very imperative for them to support you? Look in the camera and talk to them.
Where's the camera? There it is. Well, thank you for listening. We are bridges. I consider myself a bridge for these children. If I didn't exist, how else would they would find it harder to access these things that we're bringing to them? These children did not want to be born in the conditions that they were born in. Their parents didn't want to be born in these. They would want to make their own decisions. They would want to be able to go to hospital and access health care. They would want to be able to access education. Without these things, they are basically staying in the same bubble. We're trying to empower them, not enable, but empower them to be able to access education, access things that will broaden their minds and help them to remove themselves from the situation that they're in and move on to a level that they can actually become beneficial to themselves, to their families, and to their communities. So join hands with us. I liked what they said in the promo before. They said when you see that donate button, many people just skip by it. It's important to us. I mean, sometimes I feel I'm not a good fundraiser. I feel odd sometimes asking people to help financially, but we do absolutely need your financial help, but even help in kind. So if you hear about us, if you hear about Grace Villa, please listen and act. And you're welcome to Kabale. Come to the beautiful hills of Kabale. You'd love it. Thank you, Shaka.
Very interesting. Thank you.